Welcome to our channel Inspirational People. Indeed, you will be inspired with this video about the inspirational story of Rowan Atkinson. Before we dive in, please subscribe and click that bell to be notified whenever we post new inspirational videos, and lastly give it a thumbs up. Imagine a man who could make the world laugh without saying a single word, a man who could make millions empathize with a simple raised eyebrow or a clumsy expression. Rowan Atkinson, best known as the man behind Mr. Bean, is one of the few comedians who mastered this art. But the road to international fame was anything but easy for him. Rowan's life journey, from a reserved, stammering young boy in rural England to a globally recognized comedic icon, is a powerful testament to persistence, resilience, and the courage to embrace one's individuality. Rowan Atkinson's story is especially inspiring because it shows us that our weaknesses don't have to define us. Instead, they can become part of our greatest strengths. Despite his struggles with a speech impediment and his introverted nature, Rowan used his unique perspective and subtle observations of human behavior to create some of the most iconic characters in comedy. His story reveals the power of authenticity and the potential we each have to inspire others when we embrace our true selves. Rowan Atkinson was born on January 6, 1955, in Consett, a small town in County Durham, England. His father, Eric, was a farmer, and his mother, Ella, was a homemaker. The youngest of four brothers, Rowan grew up in a supportive yet humble household where the family valued hard work, responsibility, and education. Although his family was not involved in show business, young Rowan had an innate curiosity about people. Observing the small quirks and mannerisms of those around him, he began to form an understanding of human behavior that would later shape his comedic style. The struggle with speech and shyness. Rowan faced a profound personal challenge early in life. He had a noticeable stammer, a condition that often left him feeling isolated. Speaking in public or even having conversations with friends could be excruciatingly difficult for him, leading him to avoid social situations. He felt misunderstood and struggled to find his place. Despite his difficulties with speech, Rowan became highly observant, developing a keen sense of empathy and understanding of nonverbal communication. His stammer forced him to listen closely, watch body language, and learn to communicate beyond words. Little did he know, these skills would become foundational to his success. Rowan excelled academically and was especially drawn to science and mathematics. Encouraged by his parents to pursue a stable career, he enrolled in electrical engineering at Newcastle University. His interest in engineering aligned well with his analytical mind, but during his time at university, he felt an increasing pull toward performance and expression. He often found himself amusing friends and classmates with impromptu impressions, realizing that his ability to make people laugh could provide an outlet for his creativity. Rowan's journey took a new direction when he was accepted into the Queen's College, Oxford, to study for a master's degree in electrical engineering. Oxford presented a world vastly different from his life in Consett. It was filled with intellectuals, artists, and thinkers, and Rowan found himself surrounded by individuals who valued creativity as much as intellect. Here, Rowan had the freedom to experiment with his hidden passion for acting. At Oxford, Rowan met Richard Curtis, a talented writer who would become one of his closest collaborators. Curtis recognized the comedic genius within Rowan and encouraged him to pursue his talent. The two began creating comedy sketches, developing characters that Rowan would later bring to life in front of live audiences. Together, they wrote and performed, giving Rowan a chance to showcase his unique style, which blended exaggerated physical humor with subtle irony. Curtis provided Rowan with the encouragement he needed to explore comedy seriously, and their partnership would be the beginning of something extraordinary. Oxford was transformative for Rowan, allowing him to overcome his fears and insecurities. Although he was naturally reserved, he found a surprising confidence when performing. On stage, he could shed his own personality and embody characters who were entirely different from himself. His stammer seemed to disappear, replaced by an unwavering sense of purpose. Rowan discovered that performance gave him a voice, a way to express himself. In 1979, he was cast in Not the 9 O'Clock News, a satirical sketch show on the BBC. This show would change his life, allowing him to reach a national audience and showcase his comedic talent. On Not the 9 O'Clock News, Rowan's character work and physical comedy style were unmatched. He brought his characters to life with exaggerated facial expressions, unique body language, and impeccable timing. His stammer, which had once been a source of embarrassment, became part of his charm. Instead of hiding it, he embraced it, using pauses and stammering deliberately to enhance comedic timing. The show became a success, and Rowan's fame quickly grew. For an introvert like Rowan, fame was a double-edged sword. He struggled with the attention that came with success, often retreating from public events and interviews. Despite his rising popularity, he remained grounded, choosing to focus on his craft rather than the trappings of fame. He preferred to let his characters speak for him, allowing his work to be his voice. His humility and commitment to his art were qualities that would endear him to fans and peers alike. In 1989, Rowan and Richard Curtis introduced a new character, Mr. Bean. The idea behind Mr. Bean was revolutionary. Inspired by silent film legends like Charlie Chaplin, Rowan envisioned a character who would be almost entirely silent, relying on physical comedy and exaggerated facial expressions. Mr. Bean was a man of few words, a child in an adult's body who navigated life with a peculiar innocence and naivete. The first episode of Mr. Bean aired on January 1, 1990, and it was an immediate success. Audiences of all ages and backgrounds were drawn to this quirky character who seemed out of place in the world but approached every situation with confidence. The humor was universally relatable because it didn't rely on language, making Mr. Bean an international phenomenon. The character became a bridge across cultures, proving that laughter truly is a universal language. Mr. Bean became a sensation far beyond what Rowan had imagined. The character's success took him to every corner of the globe, from Europe to Asia, where fans eagerly awaited each new episode. Rowan found it surreal to witness the global impact of a character who was, in many ways, an extension of himself. However, the fame also came with its challenges. Mr. Bean's popularity meant that Rowan's face was now recognizable worldwide, making it difficult for him to enjoy a private life. Despite the challenges, he remained dedicated to Mr. Bean, constantly refining the character and ensuring each episode captured the same magic. Mr. Bean's success is perhaps the best example of how Rowan turned his limitations into strengths. His stammer, which had once felt like an insurmountable obstacle, became irrelevant when playing Mr. Bean. Instead, he focused on what he could control: his expressions, gestures, and comedic timing. Rowan's most famous role, his work in Blackadder, showcased his range as an actor. Blackadder was a historical sitcom that followed the exploits of the scheming, witty Edmund Blackadder. Rowan's portrayal of Blackadder was a stark contrast to Mr. Bean, and each season explored a different historical era, allowing Rowan to portray various versions of the character. After Mr. Bean, Rowan faced the challenge of breaking free from the character's shadow. He wanted to show the world that he was more than just Mr. Bean, yet audiences continued to associate him with the role. Determined to prove his versatility, Rowan took on new projects, including the Johnny English film series, where he played a bumbling secret agent. These roles allowed him to explore new comedic styles while still staying true to his love for physical humor. His passion for cars provides him with an escape from the pressures of fame and allows him to connect with something he genuinely loves outside of the public eye. Rowan has often described driving as a meditative experience, a space where he can leave behind the demands of his career and focus solely on the road. This love for cars goes beyond mere fascination. It is a reflection of his desire for balance. Despite his fame, Rowan has always prioritized a grounded life, carefully balancing his professional responsibilities with his personal interests. He maintains a low profile, choosing to focus on the quality of his work rather than constantly seeking the spotlight. His commitment to balance demonstrates the importance of having passions and pursuits outside of work, a reminder that fulfillment in life often comes from staying connected to the things that genuinely bring us joy. A private man with strong family values. Despite his fame, Rowan Atkinson is known for maintaining a strong sense of privacy, especially when it comes to his personal life and family. His dedication to keeping his family life out of the public eye reflects his deep desire to protect them from the pressures of fame. He has often stated that his role as a father is one of the most important aspects of his life, and he has gone to great lengths to create a stable environment for his children. In 1990, Rowan married makeup artist Sunatra Sastry, whom he met on the set of Blackadder. Their marriage spanned over 2 decades, and together, they have 2 children, a son, Benjamin, and a daughter, Lily. Rowan and Sinetra's relationship was characterized by a shared commitment to their family and mutual respect for each other's careers. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, Rowan's family was his grounding force. Despite his demanding career, he remained dedicated to spending quality time with his children, ensuring that they grew up in a supportive environment. Rowan's son, Benjamin, pursued a career outside of the entertainment industry, reflecting his father's desire to give him the freedom to follow his own path. His daughter, Lily, initially explored a career in acting and even appeared in several public performances, showing a natural flair for comedy and creativity, much like her father. Parenting and privacy in a public world. As a parent, Rowan faced the unique challenge of raising children in the spotlight while protecting their privacy. His family's well-being was always a priority, and he maintained a low profile to shield them from the relentless media attention. Despite the pressures of fame, Rowan's family life remained grounded, shaped by traditional values and a commitment to providing his children with a sense of normalcy. However, Rowan's personal life took a turn in the mid-2010s when he and Sinatra decided to separate. Despite the challenges of the publicized divorce, Rowan continued to prioritize his family's happiness and stability. In 2017, he welcomed his 3rd child with his partner, comedian Louise Ford. Rowan embraced fatherhood once again, and his dedication to his children remained as strong as ever. Rowan has often credited his family as one of his primary sources of inspiration, helping him stay grounded amidst the demands of his career. His children, in particular, remind him of the importance of humor, authenticity, and staying true to oneself. Though his career may have catapulted him to international fame, his family life has been the steady foundation that keeps him balanced and fulfilled. Though Rowan is not one to boast about his charitable contributions, he has been involved in several philanthropic endeavors throughout his life. Known for his modesty, he often chooses to keep his charitable efforts private, letting his actions speak louder than words. His philanthropic work primarily focuses on causes related to social justice, freedom of speech, and educational initiatives, aligning with his belief in empowering individuals and preserving freedom of expression. One of Rowan's most notable philanthropic efforts is his advocacy for free speech. Beyond financial contributions, he has dedicated time and effort to support organizations and campaigns that protect freedom of expression. In 2012, he publicly opposed the proposed reforms to the UK's Public Order Act, which restricted free speech by criminalising words deemed offensive. Rowan argued that such restrictions could stifle creativity, prevent comedians from exploring controversial topics, and limit the public's access to diverse perspectives. His involvement in the campaign played a role in amending the legislation, reflecting his dedication to preserving the rights of artists and creators. While Rowan tends to avoid the limelight when it comes to charity, he has supported various charitable organizations over the years. He has contributed to causes supporting education, healthcare, and disaster relief, believing in the importance of creating opportunities for those less fortunate. Rowan has also participated in several charity events and fundraisers, often using his passion for cars to raise money for good causes. In 2007, Rowan took part in a fundraising event for the Comic Relief Charity, a well-known British charity that uses humour and entertainment to raise money for various social causes. His involvement in comic relief highlights his commitment to using comedy not only for entertainment but also as a force for good. Additionally, he has supported several charities focused on environmental conservation and wildlife protection, showing his awareness of global issues and his dedication to making a positive impact. Supporting the next generation of comedians and performers. Rowan's contributions to charity also extend to supporting emerging talent in the entertainment industry. Understanding the challenges faced by young comedians and performers, he has donated to organizations that provide mentorship, training, and financial assistance to aspiring artists. Rowan believes in nurturing the next generation of talent, providing them with the resources they need to succeed while preserving the integrity of comedic expression. His quiet generosity ensures that more young artists have the opportunity to pursue their dreams, continuing his legacy of authenticity and creative freedom. Rowan Atkinson's dedication to his family and his philanthropic efforts highlight the depth of his character beyond his on-screen persona. As a father, he has worked tirelessly to provide his children with a stable and grounded upbringing, despite the challenges of fame. As a philanthropist, he has used his success to give back to society, focusing on causes has allowed the character to resonate universally. Whether through reruns, movies, or the animated series, Mr. Bean continues to bring laughter to millions around the world. Rowan has often reflected on why Mr. Bean has such enduring appeal, noting that the character's innocence and relatability make him endearing to audiences. Mr. Bean represents the part of all of us that feels a little out of place, the part that doesn't always know how to navigate life's complexities. By embracing this awkwardness with humor, Mr. Bean reminds viewers that it's okay to be imperfect, that life is often messy, and that sometimes the best response to life's challenges is to laugh. For Rowan, his career has been a journey of self-discovery as much as it has been about entertaining others. Reflecting on his life, Rowan often speaks about the importance of staying true to oneself and resisting the pressure to conform. His characters, from Mr. Bean to Blackadder to Johnny English, each reflect a unique facet of his personality and humor, and through them, he has been able to express parts of himself that words alone couldn't convey. As someone who never sought fame for fame's sake, Rowan's relationship with his success is grounded in humility. He remains grateful for the opportunities he's had, yet he has never allowed his achievements to define him. Rowan's career is a reminder that true success is not about public accolades or popularity, it's about staying connected to one's passion, pursuing growth, and finding fulfillment in the work itself. Rowan Atkinson's life story is one of resilience, dedication, and the courage to be different. From a quiet, stammering boy in concert to a globally recognized comedic legend, Rowan has shown that our perceived weaknesses can become our greatest strengths. By embracing his individuality, refusing to be limited by his insecurities, and following his passion for comedy, Rowan has created to subscribe to our channel Inspirational People to help us make more videos like this.